All right. I'm probably going to delete all the other VODs. This is probably going to be the only VOD that we keep because all the other VODs legitimately been awful. Legitimately been awful. Okay. So here's the thing. I'm just going to frame the stream with this. I sincerely doubt that anyone's going to be here, that anyone's going to watch the stream, much less watch this VOD. But even if nobody ends up being here, I'm still going to talk. This stream is going to be formatted simply with analysts. Legitimately, it's going to be practically an Ask Me Anything. So ask legitimately anything, especially anything about like metal screaming, the gym, or Jesus, but legitimately anything. I'll be happy to answer any questions. So yeah, I'm going to finish up my warm-up. All right. It's 4:45, baby. Let's get started. All right. I don't know. Here's the thing. I do have a mic. Okay, I do have a mic, but I have a crappy interface that keeps on just completely crapping out of me. Sorry, It's gonna look like I'm not looking at the screen, just from the way I have everything formatted. I have a crappy interface that this thing keeps on dying out on me. I don't know why. I'm gonna have to get a new one. I've had this one for a bit. I guess this one just got messed up, but it legitimately, like, the microphone will work for 2 seconds. The microphone will work for like 2 seconds, sometimes maybe 15 minutes. Eventually, it'll just stop working. It won't say anything, and it'll appear that it's doing things on the Focusrite, but going into the computer, it will not do anything. So I need to get another one. That's gonna suck. That's gonna sound really bad. So I'm partially doing this because I wanted to be able to speak freely about fried screams and all that crap, and just not legitimately not thinking about it, not framing like a video. But one of the things that I'm going to point out is my brother. I'm helping him learn how to fry screen. He has been struggling with something where he has been trying to, and this is in case anybody watches the VOD. He has been trying to. He's been trying to fry scream. He gets that compression, he gets that distortion, but he keeps that vocal fry. And I've been like, dude, if you want to get fry scream, you need to drop that. If you want to fry scream in general, you need to drop that vocal fry. His question is, how do I drop that vocal fry? Now, the reason why I'm posing this to anybody that might be watching the stream, might be watching the VOD, is legitimately because I don't know how you would do that. I don't know how you would drop that vocal fry. I have legitimately no idea. That's because it's not a problem that I ran into. But I will say, I'm going to stand up for this because you can get better vocal projection if you stand up. For fry scream, one of the best things you can do is move up into it. So, right when you reach that voice crack note. I've said this in a short before, but right when you reach that voice crack note, put on the compression. Eventually, you'll be able to just get that vocal fry with about it. And I'm sorry, my voice is going to be very awful. I practiced earlier, so it's not the best. I tried warming up. I thought I'm going to do a bit more of that. That's my warm up. My warm ups and warm downs are strictly straw and water based, like air straw, water straw. So yeah, for a fry scream. That's something. They're going to be naturally more gurgly too. It's nothing to take into account. We currently have nobody in the stream, so I don't know if I'm going to wait for somebody to show up or if I'm just going to keep talking. I'm just going to keep talking. I will say another thing I've run into, and again, I'm sorry about the mic quality. Mic quality is going to be horrible. I have a mic. I don't have a good interface, so I can't use the mic. But false chords. I'm going to say this in case people are watching. I can't get it right. Like, I get that false chord sound, but I'm relying too much on my own voice. And also, my throat just gets easily raw. So I know I'm doing something wrong. And I don't know if I'm going to try to stick with fries. That's another thing. But honestly, I would love to learn a hybrid. In order to learn a hybrid, I need to learn a false chord. And I understand that there's a lot of debate around hybrid, but I personally like it. I personally would like to learn it too. Maybe. Maybe. Who knows? But then, like, when I do false chord, then my fry, I cannot do a fry anymore. So I know I'm doing something wrong with my false chord, because after I do false chord, it is like impossible for me to do a fry again. Can't explain it. Can't explain it. Also, have some very good literature over here. We have legitimately 2 rows of books. That's because we have a lot of really good literature in here. And the bottom half is legitimately just textbooks. Big science guide. For example, I have just this massive, it's on the bottom shelf, but I have this like massive animal index for some reason that I got when I was younger, and I've just never given it up. And I'm like, wow, that's good. I've got a lot of chemistry books. My dad was was very into chemistry. He actually majored in organic chemistry. So absolutely, I'm going to have chemistry books. I've kind of followed in his footsteps with that. And of course, you have the controller junk bin. Over the years, I've collected quite a bit of just consoles in general. I really hope that the mic, like you can actually hear me well with the mic. Also, don't use short straws. Like, short and thin straws are awful for warm-ups and warm-downs with the straw, because you're going to get so much spittle everywhere. Legitimately, when I first started doing stuff like this, I was using a thin, short straw, and occasionally just awful. Ooh, love handles are showing. That's not good. I specifically wore this shirt because I love how this shirt fits me, because it makes me look small. And so I love how this shirt fits me. But the thing is, it's not hiding the love handles very well, which is kind of sad. I think I'm going to pull it out a bit more. Ooh, almost spilled my water all over my desk. That would have been awful. Which, by the way, if you're not like downing water when you're practicing any type of vocals, That's not good. You need to be drinking copious amounts of water. You need to be drinking so much water that your urine is clearer than water. It is legitimately like, because here's the thing, your vocal anything, okay? Specifically your vocal cords, they work specifically off lubrication and hydration. What's the lubrication? Water. Water. So drink water if you're going to do any type of thing that's related to vocals. Also, if you're a man, especially, it's No Shave November. I get that not everybody's into hockey, but keep the tradition. Keep the tradition. All right, so what have I said in my videos that I haven't talked about yet, especially when it comes to screaming? Not much, I don't think. That's not a question. That's just something that popped into my head. I haven't gone really much into refining and to just getting your fry screen to sound cleaner, to sound better. I haven't really got much into that, and for good reason. That for me was just practicing it, trying different methods, and somehow I eventually it clicked. So yeah, but there's really nothing else to say besides that. What else can I say? Well, metal, Jim, and Jesus. So let's pop to Jesus for a second. I haven't posted much about Jesus on my channel, and I really need to post more about him because he is my savior. A little bit about my faith. I am a Presbyterian. I am like a full-on Presbyterian. I'm PCA. I'm not RP, but I'm PCA. And honestly, it's great over here. You should join us. So what does that mean? What does being a Presbyterian mean? Well, that means that I first and foremost am a follower of Jesus Christ. I'm a Christian. Secondly, that means I'm a Protestant. I am not Catholic, which that's basically the best way to describe Protestantism. The main thing that defines Protestantism is just, do you value the word of the Bible versus the word of the church more? And that's the big thing that separates Protestantism from more Catholicism. I'm Protestant. I value the word of the Bible over the word of the church. Then I am in the more Reformed circles. That means I hold to Reformed theology, which Reformed theology is a very big circle of things. The biggest thing that defines it though is simply total depravity, which is simply you are just so dead in your sin that you cannot do anything of your own will to choose God. It's completely up to God. And yeah, and then I'm a Presbyterian. Hold to the teachings of John Calvin and the Westminster Confession of Faith and Catechisms. Check out that beautiful book right there. Beautiful book. I have a copy with me at my desk. I take that thing to church. Not because I push my Calvinist agenda, but because if we're going to talk about theology, with people, I need to be able to reference the Westminster. And then I'm PCA, which PCA was an offshoot of the PCUSA when that became more liberal. Not necessarily liberal in the sense of politics, but more so just liberal in the sense that it's progressive. A lot of people associate the terms liberal and conservative with politics, and while they are mainly political terms, liberal and conservative, all they mean is just liberal is progress, conservative is stay where we are. Conservative is we want to conserve what we have. We want to stay where we are. Liberal is we want to move forward and get new things. So that's just define those terms a bit. A lot of people don't understand that. So I am a PCA guy. Yeah. And here's the thing. One of the biggest problems I see in the church today is that we value our little theological points more than we value actual unity. If Paul was to write a letter to the modern church, he would scream in our faces. Why? Because we value the little things that we say are important instead of the things that are actually important, mainly unity. We read Ephesians, we read Philippians, we read Galatians. It's written all over. Paul is like, guys, the church needs to be united. We're not different bodies. We're the same body. We're the body of Christ. We each have our different roles. That's true. We each do different things. That's true. we're the body of Christ. We need to be united in the knowledge that we are the body of Christ. And then thirdly, the gym. I am a gym bro. I've been working out for at least 3 years now. That's the minimum. I've been working out for at least 3 years now. And I think it's actually getting pretty close to 4 years now. So I've cemented myself in the gym as like this is something that I do. I started off a very chubby kid. I was a very chubby kid. And then I decided to do something because, I didn't feel good. Like, quite frankly, I didn't feel good. And so I decided, since I'm not feeling the greatest, since I don't look the greatest, might as well take an initiative. So I decided to start working out. And like recently, you can even see it. Recently, one of the biggest achievements I've made is this is my first forearm pain. No, it's better if I step back. You see that? That is a forearm. Well, that's a tendon. That's a tendon. But that's a forearm pain. You see that little like almost white line? That, my friends, is a forearm vein. And that has appeared pretty recently. That's like within the last week. So like I can tell I'm leaning out. And that's like the first sign of leaning out I've really seen. And like also just I'm pretty big. But like little achievements like that are just shocking to me. Like I legitimately posted a video. I got what? One more subscriber and I posted a video thanking y'all. Like legitimately, I value those very small achievements. I value them to a very high degree. So metal, gym, and Jesus, and a lot of people are like, how do you reconcile those things? Well, metal and gym is easy to reconcile. Metal and Jesus is a little harder to reconcile. I mean, here's the thing: with all music, there's going to be a great deal of secularism. We have to just realize that immediately. That no matter what you go to, you're going to run into things and people that are saying, oh, this and this and this and that, which are blasphemous things. Going to run into that. It's just going to happen. But we all have our music tastes. Music at the end of the day is subjective. Sorry, there's a chair right here. Music at the end of the day is subjective. What I like, you might not like. I like metal. You might absolutely despise metal. My mother's a great example. Every time I played her a metal song, like we would be in the car and I'd play her a song. If it had screaming, you were lucky, even if it had a tiny bit of screaming, if she'd let you play it. Like the conditions had to be just right. She barely tolerated it. I am so surprised that she actually let me play that stuff. Although, and what I asked her recently, I was like, why did you let me listen to that? Like, why didn't you try to stop me? She was like, oh, I knew if I tried to stop you, you're going to find another way to listen to it. So honestly, for any moms out there, your kids are going to find a way if they want it badly enough. You can just easily see that with sweets, but more so with music, at least in my case. All right. So that's how I reconcile metal and Jesus. I don't listen to songs that are openly blasphemous. There's some songs that I'm like, do I listen to this? Do I not? Like, Circle With Me by Spirit Box is a great example. It's legitimately that one line right before the breakdown that I have a problem with. And here's the thing. I love the chord progression of that song. I think that we don't have chord progressions like that. I think that Spirit Box is a band that focuses heavily on, or not necessarily heavily, but they focus less on trying to be heavy and more on trying to be good musicians. So, yeah. But Circle With Me, if I ever cover that, which I do plan to cover that, check out Ophanim when we end up publishing that channel. I say we for a reason. A little teaser, a little spoiler. But when I do plan to cover Circle With Me by Spirit Box. Because, oh, that is absolutely amazing. Circle With Me is absolutely amazing. Honestly, I love it. Again, it's that one line. But when we do cover it, if we do cover it, I'm going to change that line. I would change that line just a bit. I would keep the basic elements, but I'd change it just a bit just to make it not blasphemous, because your boy is not blasphemous. I need to clean this hat. I wear this hat like everywhere. I need to clean it. I'm just noticing that now. But yeah, those are the three biggest important things in my life: metal, gym, and Jesus. Although labeling them from most important to least important to be Jesus, metal, gym. Jesus takes the highest importance for obvious reasons. Metal, the second, because that's music, and I just love music in general. And then gym, because, you know, I can run outside if I want to. I can do calisthenics. I just prefer the gym because we push heavy weight. I like pushing heavy weight. I have like 190 on bench right now. I think. I haven't tested my squat pure on a bit just because I don't want to, because I know that the next day my legs are going to hurt so much. So I haven't really tested my squat pure. But anyway, now that my voice is tired out from talking so much, let's scream. That wasn't good. I don't even need to listen to that, and I can tell that wasn't good. I can't imagine the quality of these screens is gonna be good through the crappy webcam mic. Because until I can get a better interface, we're sticking with the webcam mic. I don't know how much I'm gonna be streaming because I haven't gotten a single person yet that even just randomly clicked on. Let's see how long I can hold one. See, now my throat feels raw. My throat feels raw now. Also, quick question, in case anybody is watching the VOD, okay? Listen, in the comments, tell me. Okay, so I'm in Massachusetts. Let me say that. I'm in Massachusetts. How many inches of snow do you think we're all going to get? I really hope we get snow for Thanksgiving. Honestly, I think that'd be amazing. And yes, I'm in Massachusetts. I hail from Massachusetts. I'm in Massachusetts. I want to get out of Massachusetts, but just haven't figured that out. I am much. I personally think we're gonna get snow on Thanksgiving. Don't know if we will. I personally think so, though. So let's see. Let's see if we do get snow. I would really hope that we get snow. I would love snow. All right. So drop that in the comments. Drop that in the comments. What do you think about that? I really hope we get snow. I like the snow. Even shoveling it. I like shoveling it. It's a good workout. But now I'm going to talk about a more controversial topic. Okay? Because we have nobody, so I was going to say this. I've made a video about like VTuber metal. Because honestly, listening to some of the songs, a lot of the songs aren't the best. But some of the songs, man, like if I could highlight one, I would highlight, actually, let me make sure I'm saying the names properly, because I'm gonna really botch this. Wow, I just did a waddle over here. I'm gonna really botch the names. Also, yes, I have an old iPhone. I don't really see the need in getting a new one. Well, music. Wait, was that Ice Nine Kills now? Let's see if I can find the actual thing. There we go. All right. If I can legitimately tell you guys about one song that you should listen to, that's VTuber Metal, Kingslayer cover by Obi Katy Cat, Futakuchi Mon, however you say that, and Zephyriana. Again, I probably botched those names. I'm sorry. But legitimately, okay, I'm a vocalist, I'm a drummer. That's good. I like that. Playing drums that, which Kingslayer overall is just a really good song. Pairing the baby metal vocals with the Holly Sykes vocals. Kind of hilarious, kind of amazing. But the one problem I had with that song is, in my opinion, it wasn't clean enough. Like the overall sound, it kind of sounds muffled. That's not present in that cover. Like this is like a very isolated event where I actually prefer a cover over the original song. It is a very hilarious thing, and it almost never happens. However, I do. I prefer the cover to the original song. So let me say it again. Okay, Kingslayer cover by Obi Katy Cat, Futakuchi Mana, and Zephyriana. Zephyriana. Again, I'm sorry. I probably botched the names. I'm sorry. But that's good. That's the one song that I would say listen to. That's, in my opinion, the best specimen I've found. The other ones, they can be hit or miss. There's one covered by Apricot, which I've made a short about this, but it's covered by Apricot. It's Sun Killer. Now, the one thing I would have liked to see different is her screams at the end not be as pitchy, because they were very pitchy. They're like my false chord screams. I'd have to go back to listen to it, but I'm very sure that they're false chord screams and not fry screams, because they sound more guttural, more like this. Again, I can't do a fry. I know that means I'm doing my false chord incorrect because I can't do a fry from false chord. I know that means I'm doing my false chord incorrectly. I just don't know how I'm doing it incorrectly. But it, like, her pitch is peeking through. Sun Killer, sign me to slay. Her pitch is peeking through. That's just something that I've noticed. Oh, wow. Did I see that right? Yeah, I didn't see that right. For a moment, I thought my hands were very vascular. That would mean that I like really hot, which I'm really not. I should actually check. Oh, it's 78, maybe 79. Oh, it's hot in here. Oh, speaking about hot, the fire's dead. That actually wouldn't mean hot, that would mean cold. Alright. I just turned the draft up. I have a wood burning stove in here. Absolutely amazing. One of the best purchases I've ever made. Legitimately, you get that thing going, it stays going for so long. But again, Sun Killer, Sing Me to Sleep, too pitchy. That is the one thing I would have liked to see different, is that the screams not be as pitchy. And then overall, from the covers of 115 that I've listened to, there's always an element that I don't like. Like for the Futakuchi model one, for hers, they're like too over enunciated, like too wide of a mouth, too closed of a mouth. Where give me 115, give me 115. The words they don't sound natural. Instead of give me 115, they're give me 115. Which I understand why you might want that, because that more closed mouth shape will allow for a deeper pitch in those false chord screams instead of the higher pitch that you'd find with a more open mouth shape. I understand that, but it takes away from the actual sound because the words sound worse. So that's just my opinion. Also, for the Obi Katy Cat cover of which I understand she collabed with someone. I forget who it was. But she collabed with someone. I'm gonna be completely honest. My personal opinion. It's par. It's like I wouldn't say it's bad. I wouldn't say it's good. And then there's some like here's the thing. There are some songs that I listen to that I'm just like, why does this exist? There are some songs that I'm listening to that I'm like, wow, this is really amazing. There are other songs that I listen to, I'm like, okay. They really don't make an impression on me. I don't think about them positively, don't think about them negatively. Like I really don't care about them. Which honestly, I'd rather love a song or hate a song than not care about it. Anyway, I've ranted about just about everything today. I'm going to be ending the stream pretty soon. Didn't get anybody down. That's actually what I was expecting. I will have it be known. It's actually what I was expecting. I was expecting no one to pop up. But the VOD is going to be up. I'm going to private all the other VODs because that's just the mic not working. So here's the thing. I hope you all had fun listening to me rant about these things. And I do plan to stream sometime else. If you guys watch the VOD and you actually want to be live for this, ask me anything, legitimately anything. I will answer anything. But I'm going to head out. I love you all. Mwah. And I will see y'all in the next shorts video because I will still be posting shorts videos. Peace.